Alright, I'm hoping this works. This is my 7th take for ever, and my 3rd take for today. So, welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And, in the last episode, we got on to the stand as a defense attorney, Phoenix Wright, and we're defending our friend, Mr. Larry Butts. And in this episode, we will hear what he has to say. Hopefully, if I can get this on freaking recording. Gosh. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope it doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by being dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, what of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. It was added to the court record. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude, we can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right, I don't think you wanted to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? I think we should stop him for answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Yeah, you point that finger at Phoenix. Oof! Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motives is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy. This is not looking so good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Oh. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Let's have him answer honestly. I know, I'll send him a signal. Yeah, I was there, I went. Order! Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call the witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawwitt to the stand. Get it? Because he saw Larry fleeing the scene of the crime? Get it? Sorry about that. That was so funny. Mr. Sawwitt, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawwitt, you may proceed with your testimony. Please testify. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Alright, here we go. Witness testimony. The witness is a cat. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones don't function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. That was added to the court record. No, Mr. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, here we get into the core gameplay of the trial aspect of Phoenix Wright. Now, in the cross-examination part, you have to expose the lies in the witnesses' testimony and point out contradictions in their testimonies. And yeah, you basically tell how stupid they are for thinking what they think and object and say popular memes and stuff. Yeah. So basically you have to find contradictions between the court record and their statements. If you were listening to what if you've been looking at the court record and listening to what Mr. Sawit has to say, you already know what cross-examination witness account. You probably already know what is what he was lying about. Now, if you go to the second to last statement, if I can ever get there. Alright, I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Well, if we look in the court record, her time of death was 4 to 5 p.m. So let's present that. And there's the popular meme. Yeah, you point that finger at Phoenix. You sure you found that body at 1 p.m.? You sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts this autopsy report. The autopsy notes that the time of death was sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body. No body? Ha ha! Ha! Ha 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 ha! Ah ha ha ha! Ah ha! Ah 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 ah! Ha! That's so funny. It's so funny! Oh my gosh! How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I found that hard to believe. Yeah, way to restate what Phoenix said. Mr. Sawit, you were so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait! I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery, witness testimony. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but there was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must be watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Now, if you've been listening to what the prosecution has been freaking saying, you already know how this contradicts the court record. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on the tape program. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Right. You know what to do. I've got this. I got this, man. There's no way I don't got this. This one's really easy. You probably know what it is. The time of discovery, cross-examination. If you go to the second statement, there's a voice saying the time is probably coming from the television. Well, there's a freaking blackout. No. So let's present it. Objection. Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard the television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No. I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ah! Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more. Alright, so, the next episode, we'll see the witness's testimony, hearing the time. Next time on Phoenix Wright, we'll see this testimony. See you guys then. Later. Whatever.